somebody is telling you what's right. Now you're going to have to decide what you're gonna do the next step you take in life. You got me singing in my head. Well, I put my golden gloves on. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to LARA FM. LARA FM. What was I saying already? Welcome to LARA FM TV. Hashtag SPTV. We today, hello, thank you all for being here that are here. Hello, lurking. Yeah, Jason, lurking. Okay, so today we are going to be, I love how I can say we, because it's really, even if it's just me right here, it's all of us, right? Okay, so we are going to be going over like Clearwater childhood. Again, this is always because there's no childhood in Scientology. There's no childhood in the Sea Org of Scientology. There's no, anyways, yeah. So, yeah, we are talking about my childhood in Clearwater. This is when I'm leaving the ranch-ish, and then going to Clearwater to join the Sea Org officially, like in a public, as what did they say? They called it in a public. You need to get. You're gonna learn how to operate basically in a public, like a Class 5 organization. But I think Flag is considered more than a Class 5 organization, right? Is my settings off here? No. Everything's good. Oh, we can just lean that right out. Good. My little studio is just coming together, guys. All right. Well, thank you for being here and watching. Hello. I was just going to start naming everybody off, but I don't really need to do that. And while we're at it, since I see John in the chat, I have got to just say, this is quite the cutie. And, oh no! I got the Mr. Bill. Now, John, I have a question. Is this a doggy chew toy? What is it? Is it like, because my animals are like, what's that? What's that? But thank you. This is very sweet. And yes, anything. What did the note say? Ending Scientology, one Mr. Bill at a time. That's very sweet. Thank you, John. This is very cute. And I will add that to my collection until I can figure it out if it needs to be standing at attention in line at all time, or if it's a doll to get chewed up, like a little Davy Miscavige Chewy doll or something. Thank you, John, for that. That was very sweet. Okay. Yes. Aw. Thank you, Chi-Town native. OMG, I have been unable to watch you live, catching up on your videos. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. I recommend putting it in double and like time and a half speed or ×2. Just when you go to the set, because then you could just catch up really quick and you can still hear everything I'm talking about and all that. So thank you so much. What a sweet little entrance to my little episode 14D here. Thank you for that. That's so sweet. Okay. So, oh, it's a dog toy. It's a dog toy, but I am sending them to all the SP channels to have. I love that so much. So I feel like I don't want my dog to chew it, even though she probably would love to. And she's got plenty that she needs to finish chewing. Then I'll get her more. But that's so great. Okay, that's going to be in my little SP collectibles. Thank you, John. That's so cool. You're a cool little supporter, you. Life-size DM. That's funny, Jason. Okay, good. So, ooh, wow, let me turn on this. It's like humid here in LA on this fine, beautiful Saturday afternoon. And it's like humid and overcast and just slightly sprinkling. Anyways, I know you probably don't care about this, but it just feels like I'm like, oh, AC no, but then it's like I need to have that fresh air. You know what I mean? Oh, let's turn this little bad boy on. Maybe that'll help. It will help me see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about these photos. Again, they're sort of, I should put these on in case we have any special guests who might show up, or I can put them on after. But I just want to make sure. Oh, there it is. It is going through my headphones. I mean my microphone. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. And cheers to you in the chats. If you're having your nice little afternoon drink, I am drinking with you. Oh yeah. Nice little freshy fresh. Okay, cool. You guys are so sweet. Thank you for being here. And thank you for coming. If you're here later and you're watching this after, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. That's what this is all about. Whether you're watching me now or whether you're going to watch this later, it's all about listening and hearing. And it's also for me to be able to just process everything and for other people to process everything as we go through this. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start with, these photos are super random because they're from photo albums that I honestly did not have. That they're just either parts, part of my photo album was taken apart when I was either leaving the Int Ranch. So those photos were all messed up and tampered with. And then when I was leaving Clearwater, which we'll get into, when I was leaving the Sea Org, they also, during the sec checking and all that, the process of leaving, they also took a bunch more photos away. So these are really just scraps and literally like it feels like a scrapbook, but we got to start somewhere, right? That's what my friends say. You just got to start somewhere and then go as it goes. Okay, so well, I guess you know what I want to show first. I'll show this first picture because this is Natalie. What was her last name? Moniz, right? Natalie Moniz. Share, and she was my assigned guardian when I left the Int Ranch and was going to Clearwater, Florida. Here's a picture of us in the what did they call that? The auditorium. And I guess I'm assuming is around Christmas time. And also, I'm also assuming it definitely was only around the golden age of tech 1 or whatever they want to call it now, not 1 or 2. But anyways, this is Natalie, and she was in the gold office at Flag. And I don't know. I'm not sure what the process of assigning who to who but she was really sweet and I loved it. She was so pretty and bubbly and nice and kind of just had a good spirit, and we got along very well. So that was that was very sweet, but also I had no idea who this person was or anything until I got to Clearwater, Florida, which later I found out Katie Paquette, that's her daughter. And Katie Paquette, near the end of the Int Ranch years, was at the Int Ranch. That's one we haven't talked about. Katie Paquette, her mom, Natalie Moniz's mom, was at the Int Ranch there doing the services, like all the, feeding the kids and doing the runs to and from the Gold Base and, anything having to do with like the services, financial, food, and all that for the cadets at the Int Ranch. So anyways, so yes, this is Natalie. I'm sure a lot of people watching know this face and know her and also know she was super sweet and, in a position that whatever, you have to be the way that you are. But yeah, so she was her and Charles Moniz. Charles was married to Natalie. They both were technically my guardian, but Natalie, I guess, was the official, like on the print on the paper guardian. So yeah, so imagine that, right? So we're leaving the Int Ranch, and we've already gone through this whole process of leaving, which took us weeks, and every day just writing over to OWs up, or going in and getting security checked and checking your albums and your pictures and making sure there's no out of valence or anything that's not on purpose before you're sent off to Clearwater, and just anything that's just like not just for you going in the Sea Org and being the future Sea Org member that you're going to be. Anything that's going to distract you, they cleaned all that up. So there was no real oh, here's the next photo I wanted to show. There was nothing left when we left the Int Ranch. And then when I was leaving Clearwater, when I was finally leaving the Sea Org in Clearwater, they also then went through all that stuff. And by that point, you just want to leave, and you're just like, oh my God, I'm almost done. Okay, good. Now they're just, you're kind of just like, fine, I'll get rid of whatever, you're not trying to cause a scene, so to speak. You just want to like, okay, fine, I'll get it done, and I'll take out whatever. Okay, I'll cut that person out. Okay, I'll cut that, that property that's not supposed to be in there, etc. So then you end up coming back with like nothing. So you end up coming back on a YouTube channel like this, showing your last photos of whatever you can in your life, of everything that you went through. Okay. That I went through. I like how I talk about myself in third person a lot. Okay. So this is an important photo because it's one of the only photos I have of me being in the uniform. I think I was about 14 here. And I was right here. This is me, in case all y'all weren't sure. Check out these uniforms, though. Like, this is the HCO uniforms. This is when they were starting, I guess, apparently getting nicer, but they were just the worst. Hi, baby. Hi. Excuse me, baby girl. Can you guys hear that? If it gets annoying, let me know. She's just like swinging this heart thing around. She's very cute. Okay, so here I am. I'm in HCO. This is the Hubbard's communications office. That's what they call it. And this is basically the ethics and the communication. Basically, if you're an HCO, it's an ethics or a justice matter. Like, you're either getting, you get a program by one of these people like me, and we're all very young. And so this is Debbie Venatastraw. She also worked with me. She was maybe only a year or two older than me. Anyway, so here I am, even in my hand, this is a routing form, and every step of the way you have to, like, one of these steps is the MAA receptionist. So, okay, hold on. Let me go get that. It's too loud. 1 second, guys. Just stare at that photo. Okay, baby girl, that's enough. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, we had to, even as HCO MAAs and Master at Arms, that's what that means. MAA, an MAA is anybody, no matter what age, no matter, who you are, how old, whatever. You're an ethics, you're basically there to handle people's, or help them get their ethics in, by writing them programs, or, finding out what they're masturbating about, etc. Literally, this is like what the age group, these, like, Debbie's looking down at who the next person is on her ethics list that, she's supposed to call in and see, if how they're doing on their program. And here I'm routing somebody that, had just finished whatever a program, like either she's coming in or she's coming out. But whenever this is, whatever you're doing, once you're in the office, you go into an auditing room or an ethics room, they all mix it up. It's all the same thing. And you are in there basically getting interrogated and getting your withholds pulled. And once, for example, once she is out of her program, or out of that auditing cycle, that interrogation room, one of the chief MAA, Lily, she was the chief MA at that time. And in fact, I think she was married to this guy behind me, who's a reg. Oh, wow. This is very interesting. So this guy is a registrar. He is looking to see on this board right here on the side of us on the wall, it shows each public what whose MAA is who, like what public is the MAA. I mean, sorry, what MAA is the public for that person. So this is a registrar who is waiting to see what money or things they can reg, because they know, oh, and Lily, being his wife, would tell him exactly whatever he needed to hear, so that he would know what he would have to be telling the person he's like getting money from, selling them auditing packages, or basically laundering their sins, and their withholds and their out ethics and things that would be, some people would be literally put in jail for. So anyway, so this is just somebody, every time somebody goes in or out of this office, this ethics office, every public, they're on one of these things called a routing form. That's why they're all sitting here. And that way they're tracked every single move and every single step of the way of what they're doing, and what terminal they're on and where they're at. Anyway, so here I am. I was the receptionist at the beginning here, at the MAA office, just having, handling the public coming in and out of their ethics sec checks. And let me tell you, that was pretty tough. That was pretty tough, because you could see, somebody come in, something comes up in an auditing session, and then they go into the MAA office to get it handled, and they come out of that MAA office completely red and flustered, and it would just be horrible. And then the next program they would just have these insane programs for some of these adults adults coming in, while they're being getting, they're basically telling everything. As Serge Del Mar speaks a lot about the sec checking and what questions are being asked, they're asking pretty insane, inhumane questions, especially for 14 and 15-year-old children, who are being trained and act like to be acting, literally to have our TRs in, and to be acting professionally at all times, dealing with ethics particles like this. And every single person that comes to flag a Scientology public goes through these lines. They go through every single step of this routing form when they're coming to pay money to get away with all these actions. Anyway, so there I am in HTO. I don't know if there's any more, but that was my job. One of my very first jobs when I left the Int Ranch, went to the EPF, did the EPF really quick because I was so used to the work, and I've already read the ethics book a million times. And so there was just so many things that I was, the courses and everything I was already used to. I was physically already used to. I was like, okay, I'll go. We just get through this. Oh, I need to read all these, L. Ron Hubbard policies and ethics things that I've already read. So then once I finished that, they were like, oh, well, she came from the Int Ranch, let's put her in HGO. Oh, we're opening up the Fort Harrison line. So let's, they were opening up the HGC lines, or, the L's. Sorry, that's a whole nother thing. But they were opening up the L's, and so they were like, okay, so we need to man up the ethics, the MAA departments and all that. So that was one of the first posts. I was first a staff MAA, handling out ethics from staff members and running musters and taking reports, and pretty much anything that any sort of jail guard would be doing. Looking at cameras, going to the video room that all the cameras, all the sessions, all the auditing rooms are all being filmed, and each room I could just boop, pop up, Gayla, show me this one, and I just pop in, and I would be able to hear. I could go hear anything. I would be writing up knowledge report KRs for the sec check that was being done, that I'm watching or that I'm hearing. I would be writing up the report so that it can later get handled in the MAA's office. Oh, you can just pay 12, an intensive. You can pay, 4 or 5 intensives, or whatever whatever it is. And you can go get your ethics program and clean it up, and we write, that's it, no problem. You can get off anything here. You can, all of your, anything you're afraid to get off that's holding your freedom, you get it off here. And we have our own justice system, when we have our own ethics system, when we have our own thing, that will help you clear it all, just make it all go away. And then you're forgiven, and it's fine. And you just have to pay the money for these hours and for these auditing cycles or ethics cycles or sessions. And that's it. You're clear. You're fine. Everything you've done is fine. It's gone. So yeah, the beginning of I've already been at the ranch living the life and knowing the how-tos of how to be an ethics officer or an MAA or any job. Because remember, we're not children as we're growing up. We're just being trained literally to be the future executives of Scientology, to be the future, outstanding auditors, or the future RTC representative, or the, whatever it is. That's what we are being trained to do every single step of our life. Every breath we're taking, every step we're taking is all in the direction or for the good of Scientology. Whether Scientology is nuts or is a complete crock machine of sex trafficking, human trafficking, it doesn't matter. You're following the rule and the structure of Scientology. So if you're doing that, in Scientology, you're not doing that, because it's called something else, or you're just, it's something that it's the greatest good to protect Scientology. It's the greatest good for the greatest number of dynamics, as L. Ron Hubbard would say, to protect Scientology. So therefore you can get away with whatever you're doing. And even if you're getting off crimes in magnitude, Scientology is the justice system. So to use any other system is a squirrel system or a log system that is separated from the rest of planet Scientology. It's not allowed. You get declared, you're considered a suppressive person if you go to the courts and use the court system rulings and the court system, the justice system they have. That's for every other United States citizen. They avoid all of this, and they just say, oh, we have our own justice system. You come through us. So therefore you can get away with everything as long as you continue to pay money. As long as you can, that's what it breaks down to. As long as you continue to go in session and get auditing, whether it's sec checking or the L's or your OT3 or whatever it is, then you're a good member of Scientology. You're in good standings. You're an active member of Scientology. And because of that, you can get away with anything. So the MAA office, specifically the HCO I was going to say the HCO area secretary that has the whole division of this color, goldenrod, is the ethics department, the justice department, that thing, and that they handle anything, whether it's illegal in the outside world or not. They handle it all through their department, their division. HCO Ethics Department 3. Okay, I think I clarified that. I just went down a little rabbit hole on there because I was remembering, just even looking at that public at the receptionist, I just was like remembering, like, wow, we did this with every single public coming into Flag, coming into the Fort Harrison Hotel. Anybody. It didn't matter if you were on some high grade or not, if you were on some higher level or not, or just a student at, the coachman across the street or whatever it is. You're still, if you're if you're coming for services, you're going to be put through one of the MAA offices in the coachman, the Fort Harrison, or the Sandcastle, or wherever you're getting services, whatever hotel you've chosen to spend your money at to do this. Okay, so I don't think I have any more Sea Org uniform pictures. Sadly, I think that was it. Yeah. So the rest of these pictures I have, if something comes up, maybe I will find like a old Sea Org picture. But the rest of these pictures I have, I'm in civilian clothes, and Um, and there are moments when I was allowed to get an LOA or to leave, um, the to leave Clearwater, to go see my grandma or somebody, or to go to a funeral and things like this. Or it was when we were having that free time, Sunday morning, at the QI or at the hacienda, whatever dorm birthing area you were, you know, put in to sleep. We weren't allowed to pick our dorms, by the way. You're not allowed to pick. You can't be like, "Oh, I want to be in a dorm with my friend Cece," or I want to, "Oh, in this girl's dorm we're going to have Angeli," So we were always trying to, like, be nice to the birthing IC, who would be, put as but then, even then, security and HTO and ethics would approve whether certain people would be living, or being, who would be able to live together. So you would be bunking together, by the way. Living together is not even a word. Basically, in a dorm at the hacienda or at the QI, you're in a dorm with about 8 to 10 other people. And a dorm means literally a one bedroom sometimes, or a two-bedroom apartment. That's it. Literally. I would say even a one-bedroom apartment, because I remember most of the dorms that were there were for married people, which was annoying because married people took up a whole dorm, and that, you know, they could be fitting 8 underaged minor teenager Sea Org members in there, or 10 of them in a dorm, and not just, instead of just a couple who aren't really doing anything other than missionary style sex. Oh my god, and back to work. So, ah, anywho, okay. Um, oh, where was I? Okay. Chicka 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 chicka. I saw in the chat right there, it says, "Oh no, she's frozen up." What does that mean? I'm frozen? I'm frozen, love Sherlock? She's back. Oh, good. I'm back. Guess who's back? LARA FM. Okay, so let's move on to, just so basically, I'm giving you guys a heads up. The photos I am going to show you are just going to be random Clearwater photos that I was either I thought these photos at one point were so cool, or I was like having fun with my friends, or we were being out ethics and getting away with it, or flirting, or whatever. Anyways, so and also for people watching who were in Clearwater with me and in the EPF, or they were at the QI or the hacienda or any of these times, they're gonna know exactly these photos, and they probably have more that I don't have. So maybe y'all can either send them to me or start your own little cute YouTube channel, and that way we can all, you know, have a little picture party together, and basically just show everybody exactly what we've all went through, what we all thought was normal, what we all, you know, justified for everybody else. Just nonstop. Oh, here's another. Okay, okay. First, I'm going to show you this one. This is a photo. It's the same photo of, not same photo, but it's a photo of me. Here we go. But on Sundays, when they started saying that the staff would wear civvies, civilian clothes, non-uniform clothes. Oh, look, there's that goldenrod paper. Bow, bow, bow. Bom, 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 bom. Oh, 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 oh. Anywho, so here on Sundays they would let us wear they would make us wear civilian clothes, basically civvies, so that it looked like we were more like a church, and Sunday was, we weren't really working, that it was volunteering and blah de blue blah. Anyways, oh my god, this phone, I just remember this whole being in this, oh, I was wondering, I bet you, anyways, on this thing you would see all the direct lines that I would call. like the reg, ethics, gala in the video room. Anyway, so yeah, that's the same job, and one of the MAAs or somebody's standing behind me, pretending like she's the boss. Anyways, just kidding. So yeah, that was me. Even just in civilian clothes, we were still working every single day. They just started doing that on Sundays, to make it look more like we weren't working 24/7 and not having any days off. Okay, here's a picture of me and my sister at the Fort Harrison Hotel. This was again on Civvies Day or whatever. You can tell we were quite stylish. Oh man, but I'm being funny about this, but we actually had a cute moment here. We were like taking these cute photos. And I just remember being like, oh, look, we made it to the Fort Harrison Hotel and we're in the Sea Org and we're so cool and we're having a Libs Day off. Look, I literally have the keys. I still have my keys on in case I need to run to post. Okay. I thought I was cool though. I mean, I did have my Banana Republic favorite little green shirt on. That was handed down to me from Valerie Haney from her post in CMO. Anyways, okay, so yeah, that's me and my sister. There's some other weird like Fort Harrison photos like that. I just want to pop them up here since they're the only ones I got. Oh yeah, here's a cute one. Me and my sister again. We're same thing. We're doing our little Fort Harrison photo shoot. This is what sucks is like me and my sister are so close. We're so different. I mean, we're not totally different, but we're so different in just our spirits. And we were close. We were just so close, even through all of this muck. And for her to just be like, oh, I can no longer talk to you anymore. You somehow gotten declared an SP. It's just like so unloving. It's so unfamily like. It's so like inhumane. It's so inhumane to break up sisters. It's so inhumane to break up families over an idea or a belief. It doesn't matter what you believe. It's like it sucks that yes, if you have a belief system and you can't find, that connection and understanding and agreement, but it's like your family bond and your connection as blood should be the most important thing. It should feel like the most important thing. And because we didn't have that growing up, it's not the most important thing. And even though we want to be, and we did as much as we could as sisters in the situation we were, the truth is if I leave Scientology in the Sea Org, she's like, are you kidding me? Because there's no other way to see it. Like, she just like, oh my God, well, you're creating this. You broke us apart. You broke, you didn't have to speak out. So there you go. Peace, Colleen. Peace. Peace and love. Yeah. Well, these things really get me sometimes, guys. I mean, they get me while I'm talking about it, and then later I'm thinking about it, and as we all go over it just seems such a silly for an organization that claims to be so good at the universal communication is a universal solvent, and yet it's like they can't even have a deep conversation about an ARC break, or they can't have a deep conversation about somebody's real upset because they're not even listening to it in a real way. They're listening to it as a program brainwashed, MAA or auditor or Scientologist. In fact, they're not even talking to you with any real genuine reason to talk to you other than the fact to make sure you're, you know, being you and still good and you're still in good standings. And okay, you coming on course. Oh, good. You got some auditing. And if you're not, they're going to be questioning. And the only reason they will want to talk to you is because they will want to get you on the grid. They will want you to go back on course. There's no other bigger reason for a Scientologist to be friends with you or to do anything like that other than to be a SEER member. Like if you're in good standings and if you're a Scientologist and you're you know on the bridge and you're doing thing, you're you're already okay. You're always okay in the Scientology world. But the moment you decide anything else, or hey, no, I'm not doing that anymore, or Scientology's a fucking cult, then then you're excommunicated. There's no discussion about it. That's what I'm getting to. And in fact, you're not even allowed to tell people you want to leave or that you're not allowed to tell anybody in the Sea Org or a Scientologist for sure, but you're not allowed to tell another Sea Org member that you want to leave the Sea Org. You have to only tell one person, and you're allowed to only talk to that one person about it. And otherwise it's a suppressive act. So yeah, anyways. I get worked up, guys. I get worked up just when I think it's all grand and dandy. Okay, so here's some like random pictures. I'm just gonna shuffle through so that it's kind of like the the weird high school book, or your high school photo albums that you were never allowed to be a high schooler. But in this year, it's not like high school at all. I can't even say that. Okay, sorry. For clipping through so I can make sure I land on some decent ones. Oh yeah, that's funny. Okay. Oh yeah. This was back at the gold base. Okay, I'll bring that up in a bit. Let's do this one. Oh, okay. So this is when I was on an LOA and I'm with my grandma Jessie, my mom's mother. In one of the episodes I said my mom's mom. And I think I was talking about Colleen. I was like, oh, there's my mom. And I circled Colleen's face. And it was, I don't know. My mind was I was thinking my mom is taking the picture. And there's Colleen, but it just mixed it. Anyways, so if y'all been watching and sticking in, then you pretty much know who my family is by now. So, and that's the point. I want people to know. Okay. So this is when we were approved, we were allowed to go on a leave of absence, an LOA. We got our security checks and everything like that. And I want to bring these photos up because this is just us. This right here is my auntie, Pat. We also call her Trish, Aunt Trish or Trish. That's her right here. And she is or was the last I knew at the was the FSMIC or something at the Canadian organization in Toronto. I know she definitely has a big role in the Canada, Oregon, Toronto currently, or did at least within the last 3 years. Also, I'm going to show more pictures of her. But this is my late grandma. She passed away. Grandma Jessie. It's I mean, again, we rarely got and there I am shoving my face as usual. I'm like, oh my God, these fries are so good. Look at us like with our Coca-Colas and whatever. Anyways, these were rare moments. There's my sister Colleen, kind of like, huh? My mom's like, let me snap this photo. Or whoever was here. I don't even remember. It might be because of that Diet Coke. That's funny. Anyway, so yeah, here's my aunt, my grandma, me, and Colleen. And we were on an LOA. These are just photos of times that we were allowed to basically, we were given permission to have time off. And it was literally only 2 to 3 days. The max we were approved to take time off. The most amount of time I remember taking off was like 5 days tops. Especially when I was in Clearwater in Florida in the Sea Org and even then I only took I think 2 LOAs. So anyways, so yeah, I'm just sharing random photos from these LOAs. So, this is when we were in some, I don't know why, but we were in a limousine and I thought, oh my God, how cool. Forget what it was for. I'm not sure, but anyways, I was with my family, that's for sure. I was with my aunt or somebody, and that's why. Maybe one of my family members will get back to me and let me know. Okay. Okay, what's the next one? I'll do a few more photos and then I'll jump to the comments and questions, and then I'll go back for the rest, which aren't even that much. So this might be a cute short one, but I appreciate all y'all being here. And for you in the future, the future goldenrodders that will be watching this episode. Okay. Oh, here's a collage. Okay, I wanted to show these. Here's a collage picture. This is again is my old photo album, which is only like what 20 pages in the whole thing. So just let me be vulnerable and weird and show you what I thought was cool at times. This describes my Clearwater Sea Org life. Like the moments of trying to have fun with the friends that we had, and also the times just random moments where, okay, for example, like, oh, and this is my cousin Natalie. That's so funny. I remember getting these. I was like, oh, can I keep these photos? So when I went to go to Canada, Natalie here, she's so freaking awesome. She's probably like, oh my God, Lara, don't show me. I was so obsessed with not obsessed with her. I was so obsessed, like, damn, I'm really missing out because my cousin Dan and her brother and Natalie were so creative, and they were doing like music, or they would have cool hair or wigs or whatever. And Natalie was really into fashion at the time. And so I don't know if she knows this, but I was like, I kind of got distracted a little bit from of Scientology's rules and purposes, because I just thought Natalie was so cool and Dan was doing music. And I was like, oh, there's, like maybe, I don't know. I just had this idea like, oh, maybe there could be a possibility that I'll be able to go visit them more and I can like do cool things like that too. Obviously, that's not ever going to be the case, and it's not going to ever be allowed. But anyways, her and my cousin Dan definitely inspired me to like start thinking out of the box, just from their behavior and just being fun and sweet in their own lives. And I'm sure they were also going through some, their own family things, but we had no idea and they had no idea. Anyways, that's just funny that her picture's in the middle, because I had probably just come back from my LOA and was putting all these pictures together. Anyways, okay, I wanted to start from the top. And if you're watching or listening and there's people in here, that I haven't mentioned or whatever, you send me a message and let me know. You just stop the video and see what time it is on this YouTube video and say, hey, that's Shayla. This is Shayla. That's Shayla on the top left photo, or this to the top left is Sabrina. Sabrina Zimmer. Oh my God, I think she's in Florida now. I haven't talked to her in a while. That would be good to catch up. That's okay. So here's Kiri Willoughby. She was at the Int Ranch. These are basically all of us just having fun at the QI or our birthing or dorms or at a football game. Like here's a photo of the boys at the time, which I think I kept because I just thought it was cute to have all the Christian. Oh my God, there's people in here. I mean, this looks like Tegan. I think his name was Tegan. Anyways, this was a cute little cadet at the QI. I forget his name. Somebody can remind me. This is Shanoa Treasure. She was also at the Int Ranch. I don't know why I just have a little cutout of her head. Okay, boom, 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 moving in, moving on. So this would be like the Sea Org uniform. This guy's name is Sean. He was public. Actually, when I first started, when I was at public MAA, he was a public. And he was coming through, getting his program and his, knowledge, getting his KR handlings and always being sent to ethics. But anyways, eventually they got him and recruited him, actually not too long after, like you know, before maybe a year or two before I decided I was going to leave for sure this time. I was going to leave for sure. Anyways, so this was like the bosun's party or Sea Org Day, and that's why they're in these uniforms. I'm wondering if there was somebody here in the back that I wasn't allowed to keep a thing and I had to cut it out or something. Anyways, who else? Oh, here we go. Down here. Oops, sorry. Down here we have, oh, that's Cece Frazier. I think she's on some other ones. There's Will Magnus, Sigrun Johansson. This is Annika, I think her name is. I think she's right here too, Annika. Oh no, yeah. I don't know. Anyways, here you guys go. You guys, if I'm losing my memory of names in this cult, then go ahead and shout them out. All right, well, there you go. That's my little collage, page 1. Page 1. I think there's another one here. Let's see. Yep. I don't know where. This is what happens when you get to not have your own photo albums and your own journals and your own little memory and your own space and your own, anyways. Okay, so here's another collage page, similar things. Here's Susie Flood. This is when she worked at the Osceola. Wow, it's so funny how names and things just come right back. This was I think she was the daughter of some flag public or something, and she did join the EPF for a little, but she was super young. Everybody in this photo, now that I'm thinking of it, were all underage when they signed the Sea Org. Yep, they were all underage, literally. Okay, here's Anderly Thompson. She's gonna kill me for showing this. Anyways, here's Anderly Thompson. We were really good friends in the Sea Org, still are. She's freaking awesome. But anyways, Anderly Thompson in her Sea Org gear. Here's Jenny Vanadastrad. Not sure what she's up to. That's Will Magnus in the back right there, laughing about something. This looks like, I don't know. It looks like Josh, the bus driver, like motor pool guy, but I don't know. There's Sophie O'Meal. She was the examiner. I'm sure a lot of people recognize her. She was the examiner at the Fort Harrison forever. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about her at the moment. This is Alfonso, something like that. I think he's I don't know. Anyways, yeah, he was in HCO. You can see there's that uniform again for the there's Jenny. This is all the boats, and there's Sigrid. Oh my God. Right here is Ben Just. I don't know where the heck all these little things came from, but they were definitely the world I was in. There's, yep, Cece. This was also another cadet. What's her name? She's the daughter of she was the daughter of one of some OT chick in the Fort Harrison Hotel, and she was always with me, like helping me clean, and I believe she had her join the Sea Org or something. Now she was so tiny, and she was like this tiny little thing. Anyways, here's the boys again. So yeah, there you go. There's that, guys. Any fun information, let me know. I got these little photos here for nothing or something, but they're there. I don't know. It's just funny that it comes back to this. Oh, this is a photo of some friends that it's hard to call people in Sea Org your friends now that you're out. But okay, actually, here is my sister. I think we were on Libs or something. There was something where we were allowed to wear these civvy. It might have been a Sunday work day, just wearing civvies. So that was exciting. Okay, so here's Cece Frazier. I think she's married to Anthony Bolstad now, currently, not sure. Anthony was also at the Int Ranch with his brother, Darren Bolstad. And Cece was in Clearwater, and the cadet in the cadet org at Clearwater. There I am. There's Kiri Moana Willoughby or something. Kiri Willoughby. And there's my sister. And then down below here, look at this Out Ethics. We are smoking cigarettes in the girls' room. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. So this is Shayla and oh my God, what's her name? It's blanking. Oh my gosh. But these two were, Shayla looks like she's on heroin. We were definitely just smoking cigarettes and we were laughing and just being ridiculous. But we were on route outlines. We were like, no, we're going to do whatever we want. We're going to go into the pool if we want. So we were like going swimming and just being completely out ethics until we were threatened. Like, okay, you guys are going to be declared SPs if you don't get your shit together. Okay. Enough of that. Moving along. Okay. Let me scroll over to these little comments. Oh, wait. Last one before I go over to the comments. This was when we were on, this is also another collage photo, but it's when we were on it was like a bus to the QI and we were on the bus. Oh, there's Sam Francis. Look at Sammy boy. If you're watching, Sammy. There's Sam Francis. There's Casper Peter Squeers. Jean-Luc is hiding back there. Oh my God. Okay, here's Devonna Hawkins. She was also at the Int Ranch. Casper was also at the Int Ranch. Here's Jared Luscombe. He was an African guy from South Africa. I believe they're all still in the Sea Org. Here's Stefan Mazaran. In the last episode, I was talking about him and his mom when they were out by the horses during the ranch, 2-hour free time or CSP time. That's their son, Stefan Mazaran. And this is JP, I think his name is. I forget. Anyways, and there I am. Yay! But we were all on the flag buses that you see the poles. That's where the buses were always full, and they still are. They're always full, over full with Sea Org members, like over full, because everybody's catching the last bus or this bus or the first bus because they want to get home to have more time, for themselves or to go running or to go to the gym a little longer or to whatever it is, to go flirt with the Sea Org member that they've been trying to ask out on a date. It's like, so anyway, so they would like slam fill these buses up. And so I guess we were all in the bus at the time, like, all taking a picture. So there you go. Little underage minors working in the Church of Scientology hotels constantly. Oh, here's another fun one to share. Okay, last one before I keep saying that. Last one. Well, let me just get this. Okay. Here's a similar. Okay, here are. Oh my God. Here's Andre. He's now married to my sister, Colleen, currently. I don't know. And they're out of the Sea Org, but I guess they're still Scientologists. Him and Ben Rinder right here. Here's Ben Rinder. He's still in the Sea Org, still not talking to Mike Rinder. And even though he probably would love to leave and be with Andre, one of his best friends right now, he can't. He's just stuck in there. And David Miscavige has got him under a lying spell that he thinks is true. And so he thinks whatever he thinks is what he thinks. But okay. So yeah, there's Ben Rinder. He was also at the Int Ranch. Andre Ronhart, his mom and dad are definitely in Scientology still. And so is he. He's married to my sister. There's Ben Juss. And here's Will Magnus again. These boys. Oh, there's, what's his name? I forget. I was going to say Avram Kardazinski, but that's his, they were like best friends. Anyways. Okay, so that's that photo. What else we got here, girls? We got here. Okay. Oh yeah, Hunter. Here we have. I think it's Hunter. I think this guy's name is Hunter. I'm trying to think. Is that Renee Berther? Because that's kind of really weird. Maybe not. Anyways. Okay, Michelle Delianibus. There she is, little cutie. And Cece Frazier and David Housen, I think. His dad is the dentist in Clearwater. Was. I don't know what they're doing now. And there's Kiri Willoughby. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So what else? I don't know why I did that. Oh, this is Brian, little Brian. He's so small. I'm sure. Yeah, see, everybody was just throwing him up in the air. He's having a grand old time at the bosun's party, like dancing. We were probably just dancing to Too Legit. Just kidding. I don't know. All right, there's Ben Rinder again. I should send this to Mike Rinder. Maybe he wants that. And Ben Just. They were good buddies. They were all good buddies. Anywho's, okay, moving along. Okay, let's check some of the. Thank you guys for being here. I'm back with you in the comments. Let's scroll through this. Gosh, it's crazy. We've already been on here for an hour. Okay, thank you, John, for my Mr. Bill doll. That was really cool. Thank you, Chi-Town Native, for the very beginning uplifting super chat. I love it. Thank you guys. You guys are so supportive and sweet. Oh no. Thank you, Goldie, again for being here. Yes, yes, yes. As usual. She's so funny. I missed how old you were at this time. If it was in the Sea Org in Clearwater, I was between 13 years old until 16, 17, almost 17. I was like 17 and a few months before, 17 and a half or something before I left the Sea Org, before I left Clearwater, when you leave Sea Org, and then but we'll get into that either on the next questions or whatever. I also want to show you guys something before I leave this chat. Thank you guys. I'm just shuffling through to make sure there's no questions or anything, but there's a lot of awesome comments, and thank you for being with me and chatting with me and being involved in all this. Oh, that's true. How can you save the world, etc., without love? Literally. Yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly. Oh, hi, Peggy. Hi, hi, hi. I guess pictures weren't showing up or something. I guess it just froze. Okay, good. Question. Lara, has anyone touched base with you after showing their pictures here? Yes. No, I've only been doing the pictures the last, like these, album kind of pictures, my personal pictures. The last, like 2 weeks or the last 3 episodes, which hasn't even been that long. And some people are like, oh my God, I saw that picture of the, whatever. But and then there's people who I won't say because I want them to come up and talk. And when they're ready, they will. And I don't want to ruin that. But yes, I would say there's definitely 2 people who aren't ready to talk right now, but they will be very soon. And then I would say there's about 5 people who are ready to talk and will be here talking with me sooner or later. That we just have to line up scheduling and stuff like that. So yes. And not only that, I'm also getting more information about my family, even if these pictures are just being put up here. Like there are certain parents that have their kids who had their kids at the Int Ranch and stuff with me, who I knew really well. So I'm giving them information, and then they're going, oh, well, when you guys were sent off to the Int Ranch or off to Clearwater, so and so happened, and then they were sent to the the Int Ranch was turned into whatever. So just showing these pictures and showing my views of my story and what happened with me and the things that I saw and the people I was with and where they're at now and who's talking to me now and who's not is what I want people to see, so that it's just very obvious, like, hey, these are the facts, this is what's happening. You're being being made to believe that it's your choice, that you're not speaking to me or talking to me, but it's not that. It's your choice to talk to me. It's your choice. It's not anybody else's in the world. If you're listening, it's your choice to speak to me. It's your choice to heal. It's your choice to, it's nobody else's permission. You own your own life. You own your own voice. You have to use it. And the other thing is, when you start using it and you start talking and getting out, it actually becomes so healthy. It becomes so necessary. It turns the hate and this anger and this neglect into something like hopeful. It turns it into something healing. It turns it into being able to sometimes joke and laugh about it and just see it for what it finally is. So yeah, thank you, Peggy, for asking that. And yeah, you'll see as I pull more people up. Um, you'll see as we go. You'll be like, oh yeah, this is one of the people she was talking about. Cool. Yeah. Yes. 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 I also hope that the under radar Scientologists that are watching right now, go ahead and contact me. You can either just go to my website, and there's many ways to contact me or email me or whatever it is you want, or you can call the SPTV, my SPTV hotline, the LARA FM TV hotline. You can call, you can leave a message, you can text me, you can call me on this number, and I control it, everything. So any of those things, go ahead and do. Okay. All right. Let's get back to a few more minutes of these pictures, and I think I'm gonna I mean, we have a lot of, not a lot. I'm just gonna shuffle through. I'm gonna shuffle through, and just if there's a picture or two that has more details or story or whatever, I'll do it. But I just want to pop them up on the screen so that people watching, my old friends, new friends, etc., can see. And a lot of people in here can go, oh, that's me, and go, oh, she's talking about me and about our lives. So there's Andre again. There's Hunter. There's Melissa Sutter. She was at the Int Ranch. Sure, a lot of people know her mother and her father very well. There's Kiri, and I don't know who that is, but I'm also trying to see where it is. There's a ladder hanging up. So oh yeah, this is in like the ballroom or something at the Fort Harrison. Anyways, okay, yeah. So I have that. Okay, here's another random picture. Wow, Martiniano, Will, Magnus, Hunter again, David. I'm sure other people have no more other people in there. Okay, good. That's up there, done. It's so weird, like going back, and it kind of puts you back into that time. So it feels just different. Okay, here's more. Here's another album. And again, there's people in these albums that like this chick, Gayla Gualteri. She's been one of my friends since childhood, like tiny baby, like since like 3-4 years old. And she was at the Int Ranch. Susie Flood, one of my besties. I love her. I forget his name, but he was an HCO with me. Oh my God, there's so many kids literally that I'm now going, there were so many kids in the Sea Org doing these all-nighters and off, this is like just all odd schedules. All the time odd schedules. Okay, this is Sarah Willett. This is my sister Colleen, and this is Star, I think her name is. Yeah. These two, Sarah Willett was at the Int Ranch. My sister was at the Int Ranch, and Star was not. She was, I don't know. She was not. She was never, I don't think, a cadet. But there you go. There you go, everybody. Everybody. Yeah. Oh, here's another one. See, I just don't know if they were just like, okay, fine, you can have these pictures because they're just not that important. So if they're boring, sorry guys, but they're not boring to some people. And for example, like Gayla here, Gayla Gualteri, she is still in the Sea Org in Clearwater. And my sister here is still not talking to me because she thinks I'm some evil, suppressive person. Are you actually kidding me? Anywho, okay, so they were really good friends too. There she's Gayla and my sister. on their day off, on their one day off every like, and it's not even a full day off. It's like, okay, we're going to get libs. We're going to go down to the beach again. It's like always going to the beach, or go watch some movies at the Hacienda or the QI, or go to the, go to the QI, the movie theaters near the QI. There's Duncan Alsop. Look, there he is. He's probably just coming out of his dorm or something. He's like, can I borrow some CDs? That's exactly what happened. And he's probably flirting or whatever. We probably both were flirting. Anyways, there's Duncan Alsop, and look at his pager and keys. That's why I was saying he probably just got out of his uniform and put it. But like that's how the Sea Org gets around everybody. Pagers and keys. And there I am. Here's Cece again. And this over here is oh my God, she's she's Martino's mom. Somebody knows her. Yeah. There's Rika. So Rika decided to disconnect from me because I was talking out and speaking out, and I was actually in the middle of messaging her and sending her all this stuff, and she disconnected. She was like, I guess she just couldn't believe all the things I was saying. Like she couldn't hear it. Like it was too suppressive that I was even saying all this stuff to her. But basically I was saying she was the testing center I see in the AO. And she was always in trouble for flirting, always in trouble for everything, like literally. And yeah, it's just funny. She disconnected. We had a conversation about it, and she was like, but to relate, Scientology with pedophiles. I'm like, you need to open your eyes, Rika. What is the definition of pedophilia? What is the definition of rape? It's not out 2D. That's rape. When somebody goes out 2D and rapes somebody, Rika, that's rape. In the world of our human eyes, it's rape. Not a Scientologist. We know that. We understand the way that you guys think. Same with you, Cece. I mean, I'm ratting on these people, but they were once my friends. So it feels weird. It's like I want them to come out, but also I'm like, you guys, there's got to be some point that you have to realize you're bullshitting yourselves. Like you are bullshitting yourselves. Sorry, I'm trying to exit out of that. You're lying to yourselves, guys. You just got to like wake up and be like, wow, I've literally been controlled by Scientology my whole life and by the Sea Org that I actually think it's okay to disconnect from somebody I've known my whole life when they have not done anything wrong to you. They have not done anything wrong to anybody, but you have to disconnect, right? Because that's the L. Ron Hubbard policy. Anyways, okay, here's another day off. I guess we're on libs or something, or Anderly was. Anyways, here's Anderly again, and here's Debbie and Jenny. And this is, I forget, Jeremiah or something. He was dating or something like that at the time. She was dating. Anyways, yeah, there you go. Our only little photos. Okay, this is Michael. He's actually the cousin or something of David Miscavige. He's definitely related in the Miscavige family. This is Sharni. She was a chef in the Hibiscus. No, in the, was it the Hibiscus? Yeah. I don't know what happened with her or what, but somebody I'm sure has plenty of information. And same with this guy, Michael or Mike, I forget. Yeah, people know who he is. We'll talk. Maybe I can ask Jenna about that one. Anywho, okay, Sea Org Sears. This is like my Sea Org albums. The Sea Org albums. Oh, okay. And this next one, I have. Oh, I didn't open it. I've got to share it. Otherwise, I can't share it with you. Okay, this one is my, on the top here is my aunt Trish, who's in the Canadian org. This was when I was at an event, I remember, in LA. So, and I think I was visiting from Clearwater when I was in Clearwater. Or it could have been right before. Anyways, whatever. We were at a Scientology event, and here is my Aunt Trish, and this is her, or was, I don't know if they're married. I don't know anything about my family at the moment, or the people that won't talk to me. This is Frank, my uncle. He's married to my Aunt Trish. And this is my uncle Paul, who people may recognize. He was the senior has. He's the senior has Int at the HGB forever. And he passed away a few years ago from colon cancer, and he was in the Sea Org. And his health and his care was neglected all the years he was in the Sea Org, and he just, and stress and everything. Can you imagine being the senior has, doing the job that he had to do? How much crap, how much just horrible stuff he just had to deal with. Anyways, whatever. I mean, I could go on, but he's not here with us anymore. I just wanted to. Uncle Paul Anderson. He's my my dad's brother. And this is my mom's sister. And this is my sister. Okay. Oh yeah. So at this event, it was a while ago. We grew up at the ATA and with the, I keep like missing words because I'm like, oh my God. So this here is Brandy Whitmore. And Kathy Whitmore is her mom, and Samantha Whitmore is her sister. And I think there's another one, but we all grew up and we were really close, like in LA before we went to the Int Ranch. And then even at the Int Ranch, we would still keep in touch with Brandy. And we were always, a lot of people know who Brandy Whitmore is. I mean, a lot of people know who the Whitmore family is, period. But yeah, that's one that even to this day, I'm like, I wonder if Brandy Whitmore will ever leave. That would be one, because she really had a good heart. She's somebody I would love to see leave the Sea Org. Brandy, if you're watching and you randomly see this or something, please contact us. We love you out here. Don't ruin your life in there. Just get out. Oh my. Okay. Oh yeah, here's like another event picture. Again, got to look really nice for those Scientology events. Yeah, this was before my mom. This was before my aunt was joined the Canadian org FSMing. This was like when she was just a Scientologist, but she was a public in Canada. She hadn't gotten like too hardcore into Scientology. She recently, like over the last 5, 6, 7, between the last 10 years, got really involved, and her money's just being drained, and her life and her energy and everything. And her and my mom are super close. So she disconnected from me when, obviously, I'm sure my mom or somebody told her to, because the excuse was that I apparently have joined, my cousin told me I joined some bad group, or I decided to join some bad group. I mean, come on. So fucking weird. It's all weird. All right. I mean, I'll show this one just because it's random. I mean, it's not random. To me, it's not random. But I'm showing this one because this is when we were on, again, a LOA, and it wasn't very long. And I remember my mom won something in the grocery store or something, like some thing. And she was allowed to go shopping in the store and get whatever. And it was like this whole thing. And I just remembered, I remember this moment. Just these random moments like, wow, my mom got, like, she won a voucher. And yeah. There's my mom again. There's my cousin, Natalie. I loved her little pigtails and bleach blonde, cute afro-y hair. She's so cute. Hi, Natalie, if you're there. Okay. Yeah, see, that was cute. Here's another picture of my aunt, my mom, and my dad. Oops. Always forget to press share. Okay. Here's a picture of my aunt and my mom. This is more currently how my aunt looks. And my mom too, but she's a lot older now and neglected and not, I mean, I can't even imagine how she looks now. I don't know. Wow, I'm just staring. Anyways, okay. So here's my mother and there's my aunt. They're sisters and they are both, my mom is in the Sea Org, right? Currently still has been for 45 years at the Gold Base. And my aunt here on the left has been in the Canadian organization, FSM. She's a public, but she's definitely donated a lot of money and spent a lot of money up on the bridge and all that. Oh, I had a little speck on the photo. Oh, well. All right. There's my mom and dad. This was my ideal vision of not vision, but just always seeing my mom and dad together just seems like a a Scientology love. Like they're together and they're doing so well because they've decided to spend their lives doing this for the rest of their lives in Scientology, So to me, it's like, to think of it now that I'm in the outside world, it's weird to realize that their whole lives and their marriage is revolved around Scientology. So for me to leave and to expect, I mean, I didn't expect, but just for anybody in the world to expect, oh, well, your dad loves you, he'll call you. It's like, nope. Or your mom loves you. Yeah, what's love got to do with it? As Tina Turner would say. Yeah, the abuser being Scientology, not Mike. This is a picture that we took when we were at the, oh, look, see, what is that? November. It was November 23rd, 2000. And we got approved to go on LOA. I believe I was in CMO actually at this time. And anyways, we were in the Clearwater building in the bottom floor in the area where like OSA and like, the lawyers and stuff go. But we were there waiting. I think I'm not sure what we were waiting for, maybe for our paperwork, literally for our documents to be able to fly or whatever. I have no idea, but we were there doing something. Yeah, this is me and my sister. We're getting approval leaving to go to our LOA, or I think it was to go to Canada to go to the funeral, to my grandma's funeral. And there again are those keys and pager. And also there's this little card that would open like the AO doors. And I basically was able to go anywhere with that card. I could walk into the, HCO ethics files, open up any ethics folder and just start reading anybody's private protected information under the laws of religion. What a joke. What a joke. So yeah, we were waiting there for our approval to go on LOA. Oh, here's another up close. It's crazy again looking at these because it's like you look at this photo and you wouldn't think anything of it. But yet here we are waiting for OSA or whoever, to approve us, the MAs or whatever it is, to approve us to, go. And when are we going to be back? We're just waiting for the run to go to LA, things like that. So yeah, that was me and my sister. And I would also say here's a picture of the LOA that we were on. Oh, whoops, not that one. Which I think I'm wearing the same shirt or similar shirt. Anyways, no, it's a little different, but you'll get the idea. Where are you? Right there. So here is my sister and I, again at the CB, the Clearwater building in Clearwater, waiting for approval to go on this LOA. There's that date again, 11/23/2000. So now here's a picture. We're just like so tired and whatever. Here's a picture. I guess we were with Grandma, I think Jessie at Disneyland on that one. But again, these are just pictures because we were approved to have the time off. It's not like this was like allowed or, a normal thing for Sea Org members to be able to have this time off. Definitely was not. Here's a picture when we went to the, I think it was to Disneyland, wherever Terminator is. Anyways, we're having the time of our lives. We're like, who would know that we were stuck in a cult? Who would know? Anywho. Yep, we want to see Splash Mountain or whatever that was. Look at us. We're like, oh my God. So like, I was just thinking like all these people on this ride and stuff just have no idea. We're just in our own bubble and this is our only free time at the moment. We only have a certain amount of days off. And so we're just like in our bubble, in our mind, in our world. But again, I'm reminiscing a little bit because my sister's there, and to just send me an email like all of a sudden, just to like one email that just cuts off, just says, oh, well, somehow you've gotten yourself declared after we were just talking about cats and like our normal outside world lives not too long ago. So it just feels like it obviously is fake, but it just feels shitty inside because it's like, Colleen, like, even if you left the Sea Org, if we had switched positions, right? If she left the Sea Org and I was in her position, I would secretly talk to me. I would just be like, okay, well, I would even find out what happened. What happened? So how did you get yourself declared? Like what the heck? There was no explanation. We've had all these moments in our lives through everything we've been through, restricted and confined and controlled and held down against our wills. Most of the time we've existed as kids. And then I get to lose my sister now because I choose not to be a part of this fucking organization anymore. It's just these little things that I'm just like, So yeah. Oh, here's my mom or somebody, my dad or somebody took this picture when me and my sister were on LOA at our grandma's house and we were completely passed out. Apparently it slept for almost 2 days straight. And they were just like, are they okay? But they took a picture of us because I have a little blanket on me. It's just like but to sleep without having to know that we had to wake up just to like enjoy this moment of sleep. Look at how peaceful I look. I'm just passed out. And this was before I started drinking to have any kind of blackout of passing out. But no, it's just that we were so tired. It was so like, oh my God, we have a day off. We wouldn't even realize that we slept in. We were just like, oh, okay. Now, like our timing and it's just what happens to somebody who's literally is institutionalized. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of the times when we did have our days off or whatever, our LOAs, we definitely were sleeping in as much as we could, or sleeping in an hour or two was extreme. To sleep in an hour or two was like, oh my God, I'm reset for the rest of the week. I bet you people in the Sea Org watching will definitely relate to that. Being able to sleep in was like a fucking dream. This is us getting off of the airport, out of the airport, from Clearwater to LA, and I guess our aunt was meeting us. There she is. Yeah, we're definitely tired. Anyway, so yeah, that was just another little trip in time. Another little trip in time. Oh, Miranda Brinker has a question. Question, Miranda. I'm way behind, but were you ever ghosted like Claire and Amy have talked about, where someone follows you everywhere? The pic of you on the phone reminds me of that. Oh, ghosted. I thought you meant ghosted like in the real world. Yes, ghosted 100%. I was ghosted and I was ghosting. So I was ghosting people. I would be writing down every move they were making. Oh, they picked up the phone. They check their pager at this time. They picked up the phone and called. It seems to be whoever. We were doing that constantly. So yes, good question. And also very normalized. We just thought, oh, this is just a normal thing people do. It's not a normal thing. It was like you were honorable if you knew how to ghost somebody correctly. Like, and ghosting, as Claire explained it, and Amy, where they would follow and literally keep track of everything you're doing, every move you're making, so that you can be corrected or you can be seen as doing it correctly, or you're under 24-hour watch, really. And they're just trying to see if you're doing anything, calling anybody you shouldn't, making any moves you shouldn't. You're basically ghosting is being under 24-hour watch, every move, and people writing it down. So yeah, I was the ghoster and I was the ghostie. Thank you for your question. And I loved how you stuck it out like that. Big question. That made it easy for me, my little ADD crazy mind, to quickly just look and see. Question. Oh, I could click on that while I'm waiting for the next photo. See, boom, look at that. Goldie's got a bright question here. I think Aaron might be in LA at the time of your next show. Also, I'm pretty sure he went to one previously. Does that sound right? Isn't the next one on the 8th? Thank you, Goldie, you golden little nugget. Goldie, yes, I have a show September 8th. Oh my God, maybe I can pop it up for you guys really quick. And yes, Aaron will be in town. I think he is leaving that day. I think he's leaving either that day or the day before. Who knows? Who knows what the world will bring and what the times will bring? Because I have a feeling he might have to stay one more day longer. And not just for my show, but I just have a feeling like something's going to take a little bit longer on the case or something. And I don't know. This is also just me wishful thinking. Yes. And Aaron came to a show at Molly Malone's Irish pub in West Hollywood, and that was super awesome. And there were multiple SP goldenrodders there, and that was super dope. I can't wait. I'm definitely going to be hanging out with Aaron when he's in town. So maybe we could even do a live stream together. That would be really cute, right? But he will be busy with the case, which I really want him to be on, and I'm sure everybody else does. So yeah. So the next show, let me undo this one. Thank you, Goldie, for asking that. You're so freaking sweet and smart and on it. I don't know how you must be an AI robot. Just kidding. I'm like, that's my only conclusion, since I can't do all of that myself. I guess I just can't do it for myself. I can do it for other people. When it comes to myself, I get too in my head and complicated and become, just the normal artist that we are. Okay. I wanted to show you the flyer for the show. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on the screen right now. And if you want to come to the show, you can literally buy the you can zoom in on this link. Okay, here's the flyer. You guys see that? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Sorry, got distracted. See? ADD or whatever. I'm just making up labels. Nobody's ever told me I'm ADD, or whatever, and I don't care. I do. I'm functioning the way I function, and I'm doing it okay, Okay, so if you see this flyer and you have your phone right now, everybody pick up your phones. 1, 2, 3. Let's all do it together. 1, 2, 3. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to the camera as if you're going to take a picture. I'm sure most of you know how to do this, and I'm going to even make it easier for us. And you're going to zoom in. You're going to zoom in on this donation QR code. Do you guys see that? Let me make it easier. $10 donation. Somebody in the chat, tell me if you're able to click on that and it pops up. This is where you can donate $10 or more. It's a donation. And it goes directly to the artists and the bands performing this night. But it also, but what I was saying is, if you can't make it to the show and you want to support it, it also is really good for our this event for this night to have tickets sold. So this also counts as if you're in another state and you still want to support the LARA FM TV amazing live show series. That would be really fun to have a live show. Okay, every time we say things start happening. So maybe we need to have a live artist show for our Goldenroder SPs. But anyways, if you see that, you can go ahead and click and donate now. And this link actually will be open. This is my Venmo link, so you can donate anytime. So if you're watching this later, and even if the show is already gone by, which is in a week, September 8th, as you saw, you can also screenshot that flyer and whatever. Do whatever you need to do, but that's how you do it. I just wanted to make that easy for you guys so you have it. There's the flyer. The amazing Tori Wolf. If you haven't seen them, they are incredible, and they're one of my really good, sweet friends. Beautiful mind. Love their energy. Tori Wolf 820. Super dope. I'm on at 920. And then Ari Tibby, Sweetie Pie Angel Babe, is also freaking dope. She will be going on at 1020. And my friend, amazing, the one and only DJ X Adartha, will be DJing in between sets and jamming possibly with me after Ari Tibby on a secret little after set. So I'm very freaking excited for this night. If you want to donate, like I said, and you can't come, you can always donate to the link. And also, if you cannot afford it, but you would like to come, message me directly. That's all you need to do. Message me directly. I will put you on my private guest list, and I will make sure there's no issues and you're able to come in nice and easy. No questions asked. Thank you, Goldie. That was very nice for reminding me about everything that I need to be reminded about. I also want to shout out to a few people here who have constantly been supporting me, who do support me every single time, sometimes I have a show and I don't promote it. It's just like, okay, this is going to be cute, sweet Intamin, or I'll just, whatever. They constantly buy tickets. They go, when's the next show? I'm going to send you a Venmo now. Oh, me and my friend want to support. We won't make it, but we're sending you 50. So I just want to thank some people. And also some of you have just sent me Venmos just to support me. And it just says LFM SPTV support. Super dope. Like Roxanne Size. You sent me $20 in Venmo. I really love and appreciate that. I just want to say this so you guys don't feel you're unacknowledged. I really love and I love supporting people, and I love being supported. I just think that's something that human beings do for each other that shows true love. Like, it shows care. It shows you're doing something out of your way for somebody else. So I just really love that. And I love that we have this community so we're able to do this for each other. So thank you. So I wanted to thank you, Roxanne. I wanted to thank Nikki P. I'll just say Nikki P. In New York, or another state now. Anyways, Nikki, thank you so much. You and Dan are sweetie pie angel babies, and you guys always support me. And Nikki, you are my sweet little sister angel baby. Love you. Valerie, you know who you are. Valerie, my bestie. She sent me $50 just to support and say, I want 5 tickets just in case anybody who can't make it. So that's what I mean. If you can't make it, I have people supporting that send money that will get you a ticket in very nice and easy. So thank you, Valerie, you sweet angel hottie babe. You are amazing. I love you. And thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Roxanne. Thank you, Miss Powers, Sandra Powers, for the gloves, the support, the packages, the letters. They're so sweet. It's very, very loving, and I don't know how to say anything other than you guys are part of the therapy. You have become part of the therapy. It's quite amazing. I also want to say thank you to Jen. She's always up on here, Jen. She's always supporting. Joni Cummings, you guys are just angel freaking babies. Peggy, you guys, it's weird that I'm saying them now because I'm like, oh, because I see you guys, but it's so nice to say it. I really appreciate you guys very much. This is so therapeutic. It's so healing. It does more later. And I'm always like, oh my God, I want to thank them so much. So I'm doing it now. I love it. I really fucking love it. It's so loving. It's so supportive. I've never had so much love and support and real, genuine understanding, people listening. I'm sitting here just throwing out shitty fucking photos and random photos of crappy old photo albums that I'm digging up are with the only the only thing I have, and you guys are here supporting it. And it's just it's almost like who would if nobody's here, who would have healed this way? You guys are it, my little baby goldenrodders. So thank you so much. I really, 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 really appreciate all of it. If I missed you guys, I love you all. Like love Sherlock, all you. Um, and the people who are always in the chats, no matter whether it's a chunky one or not. Thank you for freaking always being here. Joni Cummings, you little angel baby of love. Miss Lara FM, you're a doll. We love you. You have a beautiful soul, no matter what's going. That's that's very nice. That's a nice thing to say. Because when times are shitty, it's nice to hear that. You have a beautiful soul no matter what is going on, like what's going and what's not. And that's a good thing to remember. When you're in a shitty place or you're feeling shitty, it's good to know like, you know what? My heart is good. I'm going through something right now, but my heart is good and my intentions are good. So, we're fine. I think that's always like that's a stable datum, a good stable datum um to have, to hold. I will hold that. Thank you, Joni. So no matter what's going, I may not be able to go to the concert. Sending love to you. You're so sweet, Joni. Thank you. You guys are sweet. Thank you so much. Again, if you can make it, come. It's gonna be very sweet and intimate and badass as usual, right? It's gonna be very rock and rolly and Laura FM-y. Okay, well, let me see. I think we could. What do you guys feel? If you're still polish, if you're in the chat and you guys are still down, we almost are at 2 hours. Should we just finish it at 2 hours and I finish the photos? At least my Clearwater photos, right? Let's see where we were at and see how much I have got to go, and then we can decide. Okay, I guess I can shuffle through these really quickly. No. Okay, this is what we'll do. I'm gonna finish the Clearwater ones of being in the Sea Org and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna end it with my what they call a uh offload. They call it your offload. What is declare or whatever? Basically, when they approve you to be offloaded, when they realize you're not gonna stay, there's nothing you can do to keep them to stay anymore. And so they write this thing. It's called a fitness board turn down. So I'll show you that. But let me finish showing these last few little photos I have of my family during this time, and then we can end it. Okay. For the next one, we'll save leaving the Sea Org, leaving Clearwater, and being in the outside world for the next photos and all that. Oh, thank you. No need to rush. Okay, I'm gonna chill. Let's all cheers if you're watching. Y'all are amazing. You give me strength. I have strengths in other departments. This is giving me strength in departments of my life that I need strength for. And it's super. I really appreciate it. Yeah. You guys are great. Hi. Yes, yeah. What's TO? Hi, Laura from TO. What's TO? Marty girl. Marty girl. I almost said Mardi Gras. Is T.O. Toronto? Marty girl. Okay. You're so sweet to say that. You're so sweet. Yes. Everybody's freaking sweet. All right. Including you, Willie Weed. Yes, Toronto. I knew it. See, I was like, my Toronto family would be so disappointed. Well, I'll give them something to be disappointed about. Okay, good. So I have like 10 more photos to finish off with you guys. And again, they're just random scramble, from my Clearwater life, but it's actually not. There's only 6 more photos. Okay, so let's continue. This I showed you the last one was okay. I was landing in Los Angeles from Clearwater on my LOA, leave of absence. And I was still in the Sea Org, but I was going to be with my grandma Linda, or sorry, my grandma Jessie in LA. And so this is I was meeting my aunt Trish and grandma Jessie, who was in LA. And my mom and dad, I believe, got permission to leave Gold Base to come down to LA, and we all were meeting, just to keep the good PR in. You don't want family members getting mad. Okay. Whoa, I almost messed that up. Okay, so here is my aunt. So this is again when I was on LOA from Clearwater. You can see my aunt is here. This I feel like this was in, I could be wrong, but I feel like this was in Canada at the golf course or something. I don't know. Anyways, wow, it sucks that I don't remember these things. But what I do want people to realize is I think sometimes, and for my WOG, I will just say what it is. For my non-Scientology family members who don't talk to me, I want you to understand something, that my Aunt Trish, who you guys all talk to and have known forever, is my mother's sister, who is 100%, who is 1000% committed to the Sea Org and Scientology. So my aunt now, over the years and years and years, has gotten deeper and deeper involved in Scientology because of her connection and relationship with my mom. So my aunt is never going to let go or lose the connection with my mother. Otherwise, if she does, she'll never see her again. She'll never be allowed to be with my mom, who she's known and been with our whole lives, So, even though I loved and I was very close with my auntie, to not be a Scientologist anymore is not an option. It's not, it's just not an option, which really hurts. It really, really, it makes you go back. It makes you, forces you to go deep and go like, it makes you like, you have to kind of understand love is love, but people can be, just like people can have addictions and have diseases and have cancer. Scientology is literally a cancer in my family's minds that are Scientologists. So she's wearing the game of OT. So we're on our day off, wherever we are. And my aunt, this is before she was even like deeply, deeply over the last few years connected into Scientology at the Canadian Org. So just in her casual wear and hanging out, she's naturally just a Scientologist. She wears her game of OT hat and she really respects the OT levels and whatever. So it isn't just a decision for me to just leave. And it's also an impossible for a decision for somebody who truly believes in Scientology technology and everything, for them to not see me as somebody who's either misled or, found herself in an out ethics group, because it's almost impossible for the brain to see exactly what the hell is happening. It's like a mechanism for the brain to shut off, because it's, you literally can't even fathom the idea that what I'm doing or what I'm saying or speaking out about right now could possibly be true. It's like the opposite of somebody trying to help humanity and save the world and etc. is being told what you're doing is actually the opposite. That's really hard for anybody to hear, but definitely hard for a dedicated Scientologist who has their dedicated sister, my mother, in the Sea Org at the headquarters for years. So that's a long path. But so yeah, that was us on just a casual one of the days we had off, and I was able to go hang out with the aunt. Okay, let's see what this one is. Oh, this is the same place. Okay, so this one is a fun personal one. I mean, they're all personal, obviously, but this is personal because my mom was very much still is, or who knows now, but she was into photography. Oh no, I don't think I'm going to be able to open it up because it's okay, wait, let's see. Oh, okay, it's loading, or it's going to try to open up. We'll see. But I can show you this one. This is same thing, same area. You know, you can see the yellow poles, obviously, but just with my dad. Wow, I'm just realizing he's got his what? Golden Era production shirt on. He's got his Golden Age of Tech hat on. Like, oh my God. Right? Wow, I'm talking to myself. But so this is the same thing. So my dad's here, right? This is our day off. We're connecting, we're having fun, we're quote unquote looking at some map of whatever, but like this is my dad. This is how my dad showed up to me when he was trying to get me to go to Celebrity Center to see the Ethics MAA so that I could, get these knowledge reports that he wrote on me. I didn't know this till later. He is the one who wrote the knowledge report on me to have to get me sent to ethics. So thank you, Dad, for that. You dedicated Scientology Sea Org member. Anyways, wow, I'm being a little mean, but so annoying. Just every step of our lives, even the days off, my dad is choosing very lovingly to wear these accessories. I guess I'm just like realizing like, oh my gosh, it really is every step. It really is every, yeah. Okay, here's another one of my cousins. Sorry, almost done, guys. Love you all. Okay, open this one. Browse. There we go. Okay, so oops. Okay, this is a picture of me, my brother, and sister at my grandma's funeral. So this is when we were allowed to have that time off. I'm pretty sure why we were. There's my brother. Here's my cousin Dan. He never was a Scientologist. And then here's me and my sister. So we were at the funeral of and there's my cousin again. This is a later shindig. There's my cousin Natalie and my cousin Dan and me. Just on another LOA being cute. Okay, good. I think that was all from when I was still in the Sea Org and was coming out. So I want to end it with showing you guys this fitness board turn down. This is what they give you a committee of evidence. They basically what they call it is they give you a ComEv and they basically do this a whole group of people, 5 people got together and decided that this is The turn down. Anyways, anytime somebody is leaving the Sea Org, L. Ron Hubbard, you have to, there's a policy where um, you get this thing printed. I'm going to show it so we can just talk about it. But I wonder if you can, I wonder if you're going to be able to see it. Let's see. Can you guys see that? Tell me in the chats if you can see that. I'll zoom in. So right here, it's like a flag order. They print it out. Like you can see on the top. Oh, look, there you go. That's when July 27th, 2003 is when I was officially, to me, I would say approved. So that was very excited. I was turned down to be in the Sea Org. So I was like, it was exciting. But then I also knew like, oh, like this is official. Anyways, so it says fitness board turned down, Megan Anderson. A fitness board was called on Megan Anderson to review her qualifications for staff. Her files were reviewed and she was interviewed by the board. Megan has requested to leave staff. This is the third time that she has done this since being a staff member. Can we shout that out for the SPs in the back? This is the third time. Okay, they are proving here. I have tried to leave the Sea Org 3 times since I've just been in Clearwater, which was only for 3 years since leaving the Int Ranch, right? So 13, 14, 15, 16, 4 years. 4 years in Clearwater, right? So in those 3 years, to want to go out of your way, to go off of your post, to job, because once you tell the ethics officer, the MAA, that one person that you're like, all right, I want to get on my routing form and whatever, you're basically saying you're basically saying like I'm gonna like leave post or I'm gonna be off post. Anyways, so yeah, this is the third time. I'm going to go back to this. So Megan has requested to leave staff. This is the third time that she has done this since being a staff member. She has also violated HGOPL leaving and leaves by discussing this with other staff members. See? So I violated it because I either told my mother or somebody that I wanted to leave at some point, or somebody was trying to trick me and say, well, how are you going to tell your mom this or something? And I'm like, well, there is no way. I have to tell her I want to leave and we have to work out what's going to happen with me, because I'm still a minor, which I had no idea at this time when this was being printed off and given to me. I had no idea what a minor was, especially since they brainwashed us. They programmed and trained that out of us since childhood, since birth. I won't even say childhood because there was none. Okay, anyways. Several handlings. Yeah, she is violated leaving and leaves by discussing this with other staff members. Several handlings have been done with her, including ethics handlings and sec checking, but she has not wavered from her decision to leave. She is therefore found unfit for staff per FO 2627RD. So SO acceptance and leaving policies. Should she wish to return, she is to complete the following. 1, pay freeloader debt. That was $16,000. So when you leave the Sea Org, you're now paying a freeloader debt of every course and auditing that you received while being in the Sea Org. Okay, anyways, so that's one. And then number 2, full ethics handling with a qualified MAA ethics officer. 3, ethics specialist course. 4, PTSSP course. 5, auditing through grade 2, including HRD. 6, these are all auditing, sec checking, interrogation things. FPRD, basic form. Training through 7, training through class 4 auditor. 8, petition Int Justice Chief via Continental Justice Chief for reentry. So I would have to do all these things to be able to rejoin the Sea Org. Anyways, so that's for the record. There you go. Authorized by LRH Com FLB for church or something. So they have to put all this in. They put all this is all just ooga booga bullshit stuff that makes you think that I'm sure this is all just legal stuff, like copyright, whatever stuff. So there you go. That's my fitness board turned down for all y'all who are still here in chatting, listening. You guys are awesome. The next one, we will get to talking about being in the outside world and just my transition from couch surfing and learning the world. And did I say getting married at 19? Huh? Better save that for the next one. So there we go. Left the Sea Org at 17 and a half, basically 17 and a half years. I was 17 and a half years old, and I was brought to, well, we'll talk about it on the next one, but was shipped from LA flying to Los Angeles, and we'll go from there on the next one. All right. So before I end this, and thank you all for being in the chat and supporting me, and for all you listening and watching with those beautiful eyes and ears, make sure to subscribe. If you're not, don't be afraid, and make sure you like it, because if you like, it starts the algorithm moving so that the other little ranchers and ex under radar Scientologists can start to figure out how they can unwind this mess of ours in our heads and all of ours. We're all doing this together. We're all in this together. Speaking of in this together, tomorrow night, if you're in Los Angeles and you are, if you're in the Los Angeles area, there is a screening of Broken Brothers. I'm pretty sure it's called that. Broken Brothers at 7:30 in North Hollywood. And I'm going to be there. Maybe Jen will come with me. We'll see. I can't wait to see what it is. I love music, and to be able to see a story of people, musicians that had a horrible, experience through Scientology's crimes and illegal manipulations and separations and stuff like that will be interesting. And I think somehow has some sort of healing on my little music, artful little soul. So I'm going to go see that. If you are in LA and you want to go see that documentary film tomorrow night in North Hollywood, go to, I'm pretty sure you can just go to, I'm not sure actually, but anyways, I will find the link and you can, I'll post it on the Instagram, but you can look it up. Actually, I'm just going to tell you it right now since I bought the tickets and we are good to go. I'm going to uno momento, guys. Let me tell you what the theater is called so that you're able to just show up and go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, maybe I can, here we go. Boom. Here you guys go. Can you see that, or is my, there you go. So the theater, oh, actually here, the theater is called Lamel. Is that what it's called? Lamel? Here. So I'm going to zoom in. If you look this up in North Hollywood, look that up. You guys will go. You can find it. Also, you guys will find it. Geoff Levin. I say Geoff. I don't know if it's Geoff, but Jeff Levine and his brother, I believe, are the people in the film. But if you have any questions, you can message me directly and I'll send you the link. No biggity biggity. Love y'all. I'm going to head off on out. See you tomorrow night and see you soon for the next LARA FM SPTV episode. Ciao, bellas.
Somebody is searching for the right child. Somebody is telling you what's right. Now you're going to have to decide what you're gonna do the next step you take.